Y'all know I gotta do a test. Just close your ears. Make sure you're subscribed to our channel, Talks with Tone and Teena. Make sure you're subscribed to our page, Talks with Tone and Teena. Make sure you like and share our videos. We do really appreciate y'all coming through. Okay, so now we can start.
Okay, I don't know if you guys tuned in last week, but if you did, you would have saw that we was kind of like ahead of like the whole thing with all of this violence going on in DC and PG.
Period.
We were kind of ahead, and now this week PG has come up with a curfew for children 17 and under. So I don't want to talk about that because we did talk significantly about just parenting, the state of emergency as far as like these teenagers killing each other at school, fighting, robbing, carjacking, like all of that. But I did want to briefly say, how do you feel about the curfew? Do you feel like the curfew will be effective?
Fuck no.
Why? That
curfew is a fictitious band-aid, I feel like. First of all, they shoot motherfuckers in broad daylight. They bringing guns to the school at 2 p.m. So what the fuck is a curfew going to do?
That's very accurate.
You know what I'm saying? Like what? Like stop playing for real. If y'all don't have a solution to the problem, just keep pretending like y'all don't know it exists, like y'all been doing for decades, for centuries. But don't give us no fake ass, dumb ass band-aid to make it seem like y'all solving the problem. Like that's some bullshit. No, it ain't gonna work.
Okay, Tess said chop chop bitches. Like we were running behind.
Tess.
Larry, do not do that. Larry said curfew is a smokescreen. I agree. Like
absolutely.
Like Tone said, people get killed in broad daylight, people get robbed, carjacked, beat, all of that. For one, I just feel like, and with the curfew, if a child happens to break a curfew, the parent could be fined. I do feel like that is moving in a good direction because you know how we always say like these parents need to start being more accountable, like. And this leads into the question that I had, the only question besides the curfew that I had on this kids topic, and then we're going to move on, is do you feel that some parents glorify and perpetuate the lifestyle that their child is living? Meaning like, you know, sometimes they post their kids with money, they post their kids, you know, just looking. I saw somebody post a little baby riding in one of those slingshots with bands, and I think it was for his second birthday.
God damn.
It was for his second birthday. Like, is that, I mean, I know that we as a culture have always kind of glorified whatever is like ghetto fabulous, trap star, you know, just all of that kind of stuff, and hip hop and everything. And I'm not saying nobody child deserves to die, get killed, hurt, or anything. But if your child is living a certain type of lifestyle, how do you handle that as a parent? Like, especially if they're underage. And like I said, do you feel that some parents perpetuate it in a lot of ways? Okay.
Well, first and foremost, just because you see him in a slingshot with bands, don't really mean that the son is out doing whatever or whatever.
Definitely not a 2-year-old.
Yeah. Well, no. Like even if, okay, let's say I got a 19-year-old and he got a 2-year-old, he could work up. You know, somewhere making $25, $30 an hour, live in my basement, don't pay no rent. So his money is literally his to do whatever. So yeah, on the outside, it may look like he selling drugs, or y'all might not know he work nights or whatever. But that in itself is dangerous too. You know what I'm saying?
Just to look up.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I think that
just the image.
Absolutely. So I really think that a lot of those people are going to be caught up in the, you know, crossfire of it, but I just think none of the whole plan is effective. It's not, if y'all not going to personally, and I'm not even saying I know what the answer is, because bitch I don't. They've been killing motherfuckers since before I was alive, so I don't know.
Okay,
but what they doing is some fuck shit.
Hold up, I'm trying to go to your page just to accept your tag. Did you?
I did.
Okay, JoJo has entered and he said, hey y'all, there was another big fight arrest at Suitland High School today. That curfew isn't really going to help, unfortunately. They cutting up any time of the day, which is true. It say the broadcast was interrupted. It should resume shortly. Okay, there it is. Okay, so yeah, so it was another fight at school. I don't know what has gotten into these kids. Like we said last week, social media plays a really big factor.
Yeah.
because everybody is talking trash online. Everybody is about that life online.
And they following behind the rappers too, who's doing that.
Yeah. So anywho, we're gonna move on.
We sound old as fuck. That's how our parents used to be. It's this rap music they listening to. It's this, but in real talk, it is.
My internet is hooked up. I'm not getting up and doing nothing else for it. Anyway, Sue has entered. So anyway, moving on to the show. Mm-hmm. Our first question, topic, idea, whatever you want to call it, is Tiffany Haddish and Aries Spears. Mm-hmm. What do we think about that? What do we know? What are your thoughts and all of that kind of stuff on the Aries Spears? And if you don't know, Aries Spears and Tiffany Haddish shot a skits, video, whatever you want to say, with some children, and it was based around like pedophilia and like loosely based on R. Kelly and all of that kind of stuff. So of course I never saw it, and apparently it wasn't a criminal act because they haven't been charged, and it was years ago. But the family of the children has filed a civil suit, I guess, against them. And
for real?
Yeah, that's how it came out. That's how it resurfaced. Now, my whole thing is, they said, first of all, they said, they said Kevin Samuels. Mm-hmm. They said he talked about Lizzo, and a week later he was dead. Then if you recall, last week Aries Spears was going on Lizzo super bad, just for no reason. He thought it was cute, funny, and then this week this popped back up. So I feel like,
I thought that somebody dug it up because of that, because everybody was beefing with him because of that.
that's how it goes. So I feel like, the powers that be, Lizzo's a big deal. You want to say the Illuminati, or if you don't, whatever, but that happened. But anyway, so what do you think about the skit? Do you think that it was wrong? What's your whole thoughts on the skit?
Okay, like I've said before, I don't see, you know how like people say, everybody's overly sensitive these days and it's just a joke.
Boo has entered. I can't call her by her government name anymore.
Hey, Boo.
She got on me, so hey, Boo.
Hey, girl. But people say that people are overly sensitive, yada, yada, yada.
Sue said I'm always trying to carry her. She's leaving because when she said internet, I thought she meant the internet connection, but she's talking about the kids and the internet. I'm sorry, Sue, if you still in here.
Sue, pay her no mind.
Please accept my apology.
So I feel like this is not a situation for that. Like, people are not being overly sensitive. It wasn't funny. It was strange as a motherfucker. I did try to watch it. I got through the first like 30 seconds and I was like, I can't do this. It was like some weird ass motherfucking, it was some weird ass shit. But my question is, how the fuck y'all wait? Tiffany Haddish had a mushroom back in that motherfucking video, bitch. That video was old as fuck. How the parents, why y'all ain't have a problem with it back then? How y'all let y'all kids do this shit and wait 15 years to think you offended 15 years later? Like, bitch, please.
Okay, my take on it is, if it was acting, I probably saw like not even 10 seconds of it, because that wasn't something I personally want to see.
Yeah, it was just creeping me out.
We seen Lil Celie get raped in the color purple, her father/husband on top of her, Mr. this, that, and the third, or whatever. Now, if it was in fact art and it was, a skit and the kids were hired actors, which is probably the reason why any criminal charges haven't been taken up, I personally blame the parents.
Me too.
If you allowed your child to do that, then it's on you. How are you going to try to sue these people years later when you signed off on this? You agreed to this.
Totally agree.
And that's just my take on it. Okay.
But what do y'all think?
Tess said maybe the parents didn't know Tonette.
Tess, on what planet do you walk up and you like, I want your 5-year-old to be in a video or movie? What parent don't be like, okay, well, what's it about?
Mm-hmm. And what parent didn't see it?
What parent ain't on set? While you recording this fuck shit and your son playing around on the floor with his drawers playing with cars and shit, and you got this grown man with 2 newspaper cutouts so he can see them. Like, you as a mother, Tess, you ain't gonna be like, hold up, bitch, what kind of video is this?
Okay, Lauren Cornish has entered. Hey, Lauren.
Hey, Lauren.
Lauren, please plug your wine business in the comments so we can shout that out.
Lauren got a wine business.
Lauren said everybody, including the parents, needs to be held accountable. Okay, again, if they were hired actors and they came on set, I mean, I know that it's difficult to watch and people don't. I don't even want to watch it. But
somebody somewhere might have found it.
I don't believe that Tiffany Haddish and Aries Spears should be held accountable for anything. They was acting and they was hired, or if they created it, whatever it was for acting purposes. And if the parents had a problem with it, the parents should not have allowed it. That's just my 2 cents. And trust me, I don't even want to see it. I'm totally against it, but just thinking like what's fair and what's right. And you know, we've seen kids get raped and molested in movies before. It was just low budget. It was on YouTube. You know, everybody don't like Aries Spears or Tiffany Haddish, so that's going to also help in people's.
And Tiffany, look, but what do y'all think this? Tiffany Haddish gonna lose them kids, say the darndest thing deals and shit like that if this continues.
Tiffany
I
Haddish
will say that.
I do believe that her
girl, you're mainstream now. Your check might be.
She released a statement saying she can't talk too much about it because of the litigations, but she does have a lot to say. The Aries Spears, you know, Aries,
you
got
some money, Aries?
Anything that he gets, he doesn't care. He's happy about it.
Yeah.
He knows that he's clear because it wasn't no criminal case. They didn't do nothing criminal.
Right.
Now, I can't even say they did nothing wrong. They was acting.
Well, not only that, they might have been hired to shoot the skit.
Yeah.
Like that might be somebody else's idea, and their creative control and all that, and they could be actors.
Yeah,
Tiffany and Aries.
And if it was kind of older, they probably needed the money.
Yeah. You can tell it was like the 90s, early 2000s.
Okay, Lauren said thank you. Her, everybody can go to her Instagram pages in the comments, and it's called Love Story Mobile Winery. Let's talk all
Black-owned
things wine.
business.
She said she loves Tiffany, but she got to be held accountable as a child rape survivor. I don't care what she was wrong. Lauren is a child rape survivor, and she says that Tiffany was wrong. So Lauren, if you see any movie, you know, like I said, The Color Purple, and young Celie got raped by her husband, do you feel like Alice Walker and Whoopi Goldberg and Oprah and everybody that played in that movie, do you feel like they were wrong? Because it's the same thing.
I don't feel like they wrong. I just feel like it was in poor taste. Like, what the fuck was you thinking?
That's more like it, yeah.
It wasn't funny. Like, why would y'all even do that? But wrong, I wouldn't say wrong. Liable, again, like you said, if they were hired actresses and actors, and they were hired to do a skit and they participated for the money or whatever, because this was before either one of them was big. Mm-hmm. So I get that. Yeah.
Well, you know, Aries was big when he was younger, and then he
fell off. Yeah.
Okay, so moving on along.
Feel free to still comment, y'all, but y'all know we move on to the next question.
Yeah, we're trying to keep it under an hour now and not ramble all night. Mm-hmm. So the next question, I don't know if you guys watch the Zeus Network, and it's another one like that.
I get all my info from you.
So my next question is trash reality TV. Mm-hmm. Do you watch it? Why or why not? And do you feel like it brings like a more negative light on black people? Now, I personally don't watch the Zeus Network, but my work daughter, I don't know if she's on here, she watches it, and I'm in close proximity with her at work. And the other day, she was watching Bobby Lights has a show with Rolling Ray.
Yeah, I saw the commercial on Instagram.
With Rolling Ray. And then they have another boy in a wheelchair that is coming on there to try to get a date with Bobby Lights. It's just
girl, I know
insane.
You fucking lying.
And Rolling Ray is supposed to be Bobby Lights like wingman to pick the guy. Rolling Ray ended up spitting on the guy in the wheelchair. It's just too like
always go extra.
People do anything for money, but at what point do we? I don't care what any other race does. I don't care if white people on TV spitting on each other. I don't care about none of that. I'm talking about us as the blacks. At what point do we not do certain things for money or attention or fame or whatever? The other one is Natalie Nunn's show.
Bad Girls or some shit.
Bad Girls. They fight every time for nothing. Then they have one, there's another black network, and they have one called The Real Side Chicks of Charlotte.
God damn.
They on season 2, so then that's something in itself. So what do y'all think about trash reality TV? Do you think The Real Housewives of Atlanta franchise, do you think that's trash reality TV too? You know, it's on a white, bigger network. Do you feel like that's trash reality TV just as well in the VH1 type of shows, or do you just think it's like Zeus and the black-owned networks?
We didn't start that. Let's be real.
Terry White is in. Tracy Branch. Tracy has made it.
Hey, Trace.
Okay, yeah, Sue, that's the name of it. Baddies of the South. Go ahead, Tony.
Number one, we didn't start reality TV. Reality TV started with
Real World.
Real World, which was a white MTV show.
I love Real World, by the way. We saw
Bam and them and all of that. They did a reality type situation. So we didn't start reality TV.
Viva La Bam.
Yeah, we didn't start it.
Matthew Dixon, hello.
We joined in. Hey, Matt. We didn't. We joined into it, and I'm sorry, I might be the minority or whatever, but this shit is putting money in black dollars in black pockets. I'm always for that. If you want to show out and do the most, that's your life, that's your whatever. As long as you're getting paid for it, that's no different from people who sell pussy, for people who strip, for people, however you decide to get your dollars and you're okay with it, you're in a safe way, you're doing all of that. You know what I'm saying? You keep it safe and you keep it, you getting your coins. I don't see a problem.
I personally think that Bravo shows,
some people live for that.
Real Housewives and all of that, I believe all of it is trash TV. Anytime Nene Leakes was, hired to be the bitch, hired to insult everyone, put everyone down. Like, I don't like to look at stuff like that. I don't look at anything on Bravo, and I don't look at, of course, like I said.
Did you ever watch any of it?
Real Housewives. Love and Hip Hop, I was never into it. It just never,
I watched like the first 2 seasons.
I just never was into it because the whole premise of the show is get on here, insult each other, and fight. That's it. And I feel like just us as a people, like, yeah, you're getting paid and you're getting on TV and then you're getting other deals from just being seen. But I don't feel like money and fame, if you will, should be more important than our character and our integrity as a
But that's you saying it's uncanny.
Yeah, it's my opinion.
No, that's what I'm saying. So if they don't feel like their character is being damaged, if they feel like celebrities, they feel like they get other opportunities.
So I never liked Bad Girls Club. What am I capping for? I never liked Bad Girls Club. I didn't even want you to watch Bad Girls Club. So what are you talking about?
I think I seen season 1.
What are you talking about? I never wanted you to watch that shit. So what are you talking about capping?
I think the one Natalie Nunn was on. I think that's the only season I've ever seen of Bad Girls Club. But they get this. Sometimes it's a platform. They go into fashion. They go into other careers. Nene tried being a fucking comedian. She had a countrywide tour. You know what I'm saying? They get other shit from that.
Y'all know my memory isn't the best, and that's a fact.
What?
But I don't recall watching Bad Girls Club, and I don't recall wanting you to see women kiss and fight on TV. Anyway. Tracy said...
Women kiss and fight.
That's what they do on Bad Girls Club. That's it. Tracy said, I do watch reality TV, different fashion ones, Housewives of Potomac and Beverly Hills. That's about it. I think they gonna do whatever to stay relevant and to get the coin.
Tracy, is that a good thing or a bad thing?
Okay, Sue
said... they're going to do whatever
Sue said I watched it until it started getting crazy.
Okay, Tracy... Is that a good thing or a bad thing? If they're going to do whatever to get to the coin, is that good or bad? Or is that... How you feel about that?
And they also have one on Zeus, the Bad Boys Club. So this is a house full of gay bad boys. And
I saw that.
All they do is fight each other and twerk. And I mean, it's just, come on, like...
Well, personally, about the fights, it'd be so staged and so dumb looking and so... Like, bitch, she would have mollywhopped you in reality. Like, it'd be so fake. That's why I don't watch reality TV.
I feel like
it just be so staged.
I feel like younger people, like, look at it and, like, think it's still so good.
They think it's real? You think they think it's real?
Yeah, the fights do be real. These people be, on Zeus, the spitting in the fights be real. On Flavor Love, yeah, when they halfway running in New York making jokes, that might be one thing. But on Zeus...
Okay, that's the last time I watched reality TV.
The fights would be real. Like real fights.
So you gotta know how to fight to be on.
Okay, who? I'm not even gonna go into that, but on Zeus.
Would you get a show on Zeus? Like
no,
if we was,
no, I would never.
If Talks with Tone and Teena was offered, Zeus offered us a.
No, I wouldn't.
You would.
I would not want to do it.
Why?
I would not want to be affiliated with that channel in any way.
You hate it that much.
Yeah, I don't care how much you want to be on TV or at this point in my life. That doesn't excite me if it's not something that I feel like like I said, my character and my integrity. I don't want to be on Zeus. No, in no way.
So would you go with a white network over this black man?
Yes.
Interesting.
I don't want to be on trash or smut TV. And Sue says Zeus is ghetto with all these O's. Zeus is full drama, and that's it. Tracy said, I think it's bad, but that's society now. Look at Blueface and his girlfriend.
Krishan.
I don't know them people, but they all over the internet.
Girl, they're a mess.
She's getting glorified to get beat up. When have we got to this point where a girl getting beat up is now like
she be
funny
whooping
and fun?
his ass?
Yeah, but he done knocked her teeth out or took her tooth.
No, she got her tooth knocked out from some fight that she had on his show.
But he recently beat her up.
No, she beat him up.
She
when they was fighting in LA,
and he fought her and did something to her.
After she fucked him up, she punched him in the fucking face.
It doesn't matter.
Girl, keep your hands to yourself if you don't want to get fucked up.
His BM knocked her tooth out.
Yeah, some shit like that on the show or something.
And Sue says she beats him up.
Yeah.
But she plays on the Natalie Nunn show. It's just a mess.
And all she do is jump on people and fight and all of that shit. She do too. But to me, that looks staged.
It does matter that, yeah, she hits him first. But what I'm saying is we're glorifying people fighting and couples and, all of that. Domestic violence, yeah. Mm-hmm. So moving on to number 3. I don't know if people have seen the recent pictures of Rihanna post baby weight. Rihanna had a baby roughly about 3 months ago. Mm-hmm. And of course there are not tons of pictures
Rihanna.
of her out. But there is one particular picture with her out with a green outfit on and like a skirt and a shirt. And a guy made a post saying that men need to get their women in check when they, start looking like this. She needs to pull herself together.
Excuse me?
And all of that. He basically was saying she looked a mess. She does. Okay, we are used to seeing Rihanna like super small. She does have some meat on her bones, but to us, to the average black eye, she looks good. It's like healthy baby weight. So the question is,
was he black or white?
He was black, and he was giving off a Ralph Tresvant, like just skinny, Bamery vibe. Okay. But anyway, the question is, should there be a time limit put on a woman to bounce back? Because that's the thing too. When these women have these babies now, these celebrities, they press to show their snapback. In 3 days, they look like they on Baywatch.
Okay.
Everybody has upped the ante. So when we see a normal person, and Rihanna, who's living her life as normal as she possibly can, when we see a normal person not snap back, do you think there should be a certain amount of time put on women to snap back? And that's one question. And then 2, okay, in the grand scheme of things, how long would it, not acceptable, but how long should a woman be like, well, I just had a baby? If the baby 15, should that be like, okay, I just had a baby?
I was about to say,
what's your take on that?
If the motherfucker walking and talking, you ain't just had no baby, bitch. The baby's that's a human now. So that's you. If the baby walking and talking, that's now you. That's how you look now. Embrace that shit or do something about it, but that's you. You can no longer blame the fucking baby.
Hey, Dennis.
But I don't think a woman should be placed on any stipulation for any reason. First of all, I seen the green picture and Rihanna looks the fuck good. Mm-hmm. That's A. But I don't think, fuck women. I don't think any person should have a stipulation put on them. Period. How you decide that you want to live your life, how you want to look, how you want to dress, how you want to do whatever, it's all internal. That's a personal choice. So, bitch, if you don't like the way Rihanna look now, keep it moving. But like that goes back to what we were saying like 2 weeks ago. Why is men so worried about what the fuck bitches doing? Like, nigga, if Rihanna's no longer your cup of tea, keep scrolling. But for you to make a whole post, you screenshot the shit. Like, you took a lot of time to go on this fucking girl.
Yeah.
You the weird ass nigga for that.
Okay, Sue says she wants to be snapped back in a week if she has a baby.
Sue, I feel you, baby.
Tracy said, Dennis said, hey.
Hey,
Sue
Dennis.
said, I had a client keep saying her baby messed up her body and how she wanted to get her body done. Her baby was 16.
Years old? That's what I'm saying.
I don't care. That's hilarious to
No,
me.
if the baby can walk and talk, that's now you. You cannot blame the baby.
Okay, Tracy said there's.
Okay, do you think it should be a time limit?
I don't think there should be a time limit, but I don't think that now. One of my moms that used to be in the program, I saw her. Now, mind you, she had 4 kids in a row. Her
Damn.
body looks significantly different, as you can imagine. Someone having 4 kids in a row. She had a set of twins, and then she had another baby like 11 or 10 months after that. Then she had another baby like a year after that. She was a small, very small frame, petite lady when I met her. Now, of course, things have shifted. Her body has really changed because she had 4 kids in a span of like 2 or 3, not even 3 years.
3, yeah.
So I don't think there should be a time limit, but if you want to work on your body, I mean, it's not, your body has shifted. It's not ever going to be that same body that you once had. You would have to work hard to get back to a place that you feel comfortable in. Mm-hmm. But I don't think it should be a time limit. But I do believe, please don't blame your weight or your size on your baby if your baby is an adult.
I say if they 2, 3.
Tracy said she blaming her daughter and her daughter 13. Helena Johnson.
Hey, Helena.
She said sometimes that extra weight looks good on them.
It does
That's
on
true.
Rihanna.
That's true. I mean,
it definitely does on Rihanna.
I feel like Rihanna could stand to Tone a little, not in a bad way. And we're used to seeing her a certain way. So seeing her totally different we got to get used to it.
You know what's funny? Men say she's too big. Then if you get plastic surgery, you get a BBL, you get lipo. Now it's why y'all doing that to y'all bodies. Y'all don't give up. We can't win for motherfucking
But that
reason.
is why it is imperative.
That's why you do what you want
to live your life
Period.
for you and do what is best for you.
You get a BBL, they got something to say. You fat, they got something to say. You have a baby, they got something to say.
I saw a young lady on TikTok yesterday. I sent it to Tracy, as a matter of fact. I'm gonna show it to you. She was like really, really big and really like linebacker-y, or whatever. She was. She probably had to be over 300 pounds, and her back was like so big. Anyway, she had gastric sleeve. She had the sleeve surgery. She looks. When I say amazing, she looks amazing. So if she would have listened to other people, don't get surgery, do it. She probably would have stayed that size her whole life. So again, and she looks good, and you can just tell her whole aura is different, her confidence. So definitely live your life for you.
People always got something. They can always give you